In the silent forests of the northern wilderness, wolves move like shadows, present yet unseen. Most people know them as predators, but the truth about wolves is far more complex. Their intelligence, family bonds, and hidden abilities reveal a world that humans rarely witness. Today, we uncover 9 fascinating wolf facts you probably never knew. Section 1. Wolves communicate without sound. Wolves are known for their haunting howls, but sound is only a small part of how they communicate. Inside a pack, most messages are delivered in complete silence. A slight shift in ear position can signal fear, confidence, or warning. A raised tail can stop a challenge before it begins. Even eye contact is a language. Dominant wolves stare directly, while submissive wolves look away to avoid conflict. Researchers have documented more than 60 different body signals, proving that wolves use one of the most advanced nonverbal communication systems in the animal kingdom. This silent language allows the pack to coordinate hunts, protect pups, and maintain social order without making a sound, because noise can expose their location to rivals and prey. Before we continue, which do you think is more powerful, howling or silent communication? Comment howling or silent. Section 2. Their sense of smell can track life for miles. A wolf's sense of smell is so powerful that it can detect prey from nearly 1.5 miles, 2.44 kilometers away. But what makes their ability extraordinary is not just distance, it's precision. With over 200 million scent receptors in their nose, wolves can separate thousands of chemical particles in a single breath. They can identify individual animals, detect illness, and even recognize emotional states through hormonal changes like adrenaline and cortisol. When a human becomes afraid, their body releases microscopic scent signals before they are aware of their own fear. Wolves notice instantly. They also use scent as a memory system, marking paths and revisiting areas months later with perfect accuracy. Snow, rain, or wind may erase visible traces, but the chemical story remains in the air and on the ground. To humans, the forest seems silent and empty. To a wolf, every breeze carries information. Quick question. If you had this ability for one day, would you use it to explore nature or detect danger? Comment explore or detect. Section 3. Wolves can detect movement. Through the ground. Wolves don't rely only on their ears and eyes, they feel the world through their paws. Inside each paw are pressure-sensitive nerves that detect vibrations traveling through soil, snow, and frozen ground. When an animal runs, even from hundreds of meters away, it sends microtremors into the earth. Humans never notice them, but wolves react instantly. A steady rhythm may signal calm grazing. A rapid, uneven vibration might mean panic or injury. During winter hunts, when sound is absorbed by snow and visibility drops, wolves lower their bodies and press their paws into the ground to listen. Some researchers believe they can detect not just footsteps, but the slowing heartbeat of a dying animal nearby. This ability gives wolves a massive survival advantage. They can track prey without seeing or smelling it, and they can sense approaching danger before it arrives. To a wolf, the ground is not just something to walk on, it is a living map filled with hidden signals. Many question, which sense do you think is more impressive? Smelling prey miles away or feeling vibrations through the ground? Comment smell or vibration. Section 4. Wolves have family bonds. Stronger than most animals. Unlike many predators, wolves do not live as random groups. They live as families. A wolf pack is not a gang of unrelated animals, but a mother, father, and their offspring from different years. The alpha pair is not chosen by fighting. It is simply the breeding parents. Their pups stay for up to 3 years, learning how to hunt, travel, and communicate before leaving to start a new pack. Older siblings act like babysitters, bringing food to the den and protecting younger pups from danger. When a wolf is injured, the pack slows down for it. When a pup goes missing, the entire group searches. Scientists have recorded wolves showing grief, excitement, and even celebration when members return after long distances. These emotional bonds are so strong that some packs refuse to accept new wolves even when numbers drop. Family matters more than strength. Quick question. Do you think wolves are more like loyal families or strategic hunters? Comment family or hunter. Section 5. Wolves can travel more than 50 kilometers in a single night. Wolves are not just hunters, they are long-distance endurance athletes. A healthy adult wolf can travel 30 to 50 kilometers, 1831 miles, in a single night, and in rare documented cases, more than 80 kilometers without stopping. Their bodies are built for efficiency. Narrow chests reduce wind resistance, long legs conserve energy, and specialized tendons allow them to trot for hours at a steady pace without fatigue. Unlike big cats, wolves don't rely on short bursts of power. They win through persistence. They often follow migrating herds for days, waiting for the perfect moment when an animal becomes weak or separated. This endurance also allows wolves to patrol enormous territories, sometimes up to 2,500 square kilometers, searching for food, mates, and intruders. For wolves, movement is survival. Staying still means starvation. Quick question. Would you rather have the strength of a lion or the endurance of a wolf? Comment strength or endurance. Section 6. Wolves avoid unnecessary fights to survive longer. Despite their fierce reputation, wolves rarely choose to fight. In the wild, injury is more dangerous than hunger. One broken leg can mean death. Instead of attacking, wolves use intimidation, raised hackles, lowered bodies, exposed teeth, or a deep growl that warns without escalating. Most conflicts between packs end without physical contact, with one group retreating after a brief standoff. Even within the same pack, dominance is maintained through posture, not violence. The alpha does not constantly fight to stay in power. The pack follows because it trusts their experience. Researchers discovered that older wolves lead more often than stronger ones, proving survival depends on wisdom, not force. Avoiding conflict is not weakness, it's strategy. Quick question. Do you think survival is more about strength or smart decisions? Comment strength or smart. Section 7. Wolves can remember locations for years. Wolves have an extraordinary spatial memory that allows them to remember locations for months or even years. They can return to a feeding site long after scavengers and weather have erased every visible trace. Scientists have observed wolves navigating massive territories, sometimes over 1,000 square miles, without getting lost, even after long migrations. They remember safe paths, dangerous areas, den sites, and places where prey was once abundant. This memory is not random. It is mapped through scent, landmarks, and environmental patterns stored in long-term brain networks. Young wolves learn these routes by traveling with elders, not by instinct alone. A single wrong turn can lead into rival territory or a cliffside, so memory becomes survival. In harsh winters, when food is scarce, packs revisit stored mental locations, almost like a living map, hoping conditions have changed. For wolves, the wilderness is not endless and confusing. It is familiar, organized, and deeply remembered. Quick question: would you rather have a perfect memory or the ability to navigate anywhere without getting lost? Comment memory or navigate. Section 8. Wolves can change the behavior of an entire ecosystem. Wolves are not just predators, they are ecosystem architects. When wolves return to an area, everything changes. One of the most famous examples comes from Yellowstone National Park, where wolves were reintroduced after 70 years. Deer had overpopulated the land, eating young trees and destroying riverbanks. But when wolves returned, they didn't simply hunt the deer, they changed their behavior. Deer stopped grazing in open valleys and spent less time near rivers, allowing willows and aspens to regrow. As trees returned, birds nested again. Beavers came back and built dams, creating ponds that supported fish and amphibians. Even river paths shifted because roots strengthened the soil. All of this happened because of wolves, not through violence, but through fear and balance. Scientists call this a trophic cascade, where one species shapes the entire environment. Wolves prove that nature is connected in ways humans rarely understand. Quick question: do you think the world needs more predators to stay balanced? Comment yes or no. Section 9. Wolves detect us before we detect them. Wolves often sense human presence before seeing, hearing, or smelling anything. Researchers noticed packs suddenly stop, lift their heads, and change direction as if reacting to an unseen signal. They may detect tiny ground vibrations, air pressure shifts, or heat disturbance long before a person becomes visible. To wolves, awareness is survival. They notice us first. Final question: who detects danger earlier? Comment wolves or humans.